He walked free for 20 years thinking he'd committed the perfect crime. But he forgot one thing. AI never sleeps, and it just found him in 48 hours.
Let's get started with the details.
All right, let's get into it. We're about to see how artificial intelligence is basically becoming the ghost hunter police have been dreaming of, tracking down killers who thought they'd vanished for good.
Get this, for 20 years, a killer walked free. Then AI found him in 48 hours. I mean, that sounds like a Hollywood tagline, right? But for investigators staring at file boxes just overflowing with decades-old evidence, this isn't fiction. It's becoming a pretty stunning new reality.
And yeah, while that line is a dramatic hook, the truth behind it is just as powerful. We're talking about AI cracking cases that were literally frozen in time for decades, giving a voice to ghosts and bringing justice long after all hope was lost.
So to really get why this is such a revolution, you first have to grasp the sheer scale of the problem. We're talking about an absolute Everest of forgotten files and lost leads.
Just look at this number. In the United States alone, there are over 250,000 unsolved murders, and that figure grows by about 6,000 every single year. Think about that. That's 250,000 families without answers, and 250,000 killers who just got away.
And here's the bottleneck. Police in the UK actually calculated that it would take one single investigator 81 years to manually review the evidence for just one complex set of cases. 81 years. An AI platform, it did it in 30 hours. You see, the problem was never a lack of will from detectives. It was a human lack of time.
And that's where our new detective enters the scene. This one doesn't sleep, doesn't get tired, and can connect dots across decades in the blink of an eye. So let's see how it works in the real world.
This is one of the most infamous cold cases in American history. A man responsible for at least 13 murders and over 50 rapes who just vanished without a trace, leaving this legacy of terror. For decades, he was a ghost.
So how'd they finally catch him? Investigators used genetic genealogy. They uploaded DNA from a crime scene to a public database, and the AI didn't find him, it found his distant cousins. Now here's why only AI could crack this. It then built out this massive digital family tree with thousands of names, a web of relationships so complex no human team could manually trace it. The algorithms just followed the branches back until they led to one man, Joseph James D'Angelo Jr., a ghost, finally given a name.
Now let's travel across the world for a case that is just absolutely heartbreaking. In 2006, a young mother and her newborn twins were murdered. The two main suspects disappeared, and for nearly 2 decades, the case file just gathered dust.
This is where it gets truly futuristic. Investigators fed old photos of the suspects into an AI. The AI then generated age-progressed images, predicting what they'd look like after 19 years, with different hairstyles, aging features. Then it scanned these new faces across social media and got a hit, a 90% match to a Facebook profile with wedding photos. The man had a new name, a new life. The AI literally led police right to his door and to his accomplice.
Those are just 2 examples of what this new technology can do. So, what's actually inside this digital evidence locker? Let's take a look at the tools that are changing the game for law enforcement.
Okay, so the process starts with something that sounds simple but is actually a massive undertaking. You have to digitize everything: police reports, witness statements, evidence logs, photos. Once it's all digital, the AI can read it all in minutes, cross-referencing information and searching for patterns a human might never see.
Now, what's really interesting is how these tools work together. We've seen facial recognition in the India case, which can age a suspect by 20 years. We've talked about genetic genealogy, which caught the Golden State Killer. Then there's natural language processing. That's AI that reads thousands of pages of case files to find contradictions or links between crimes a human might miss. And finally, behavioral analysis, where AI models crime scene data to build a psychological profile of an offender.
But with this incredible power comes a whole new set of complex questions. We have to look at the other side of the coin, because this new form of justice is very much a double-edged sword.
This is a really crucial point from Ash Guyomi, who developed an AI cold case tool. He stresses that AI is an incredibly powerful assistant, but it's not a detective. It can't replace human experience, creativity, or that gut feeling that is so often essential to solving a crime.
So let's break down the stakes. The promise is clear: solving more crimes and getting justice for victims. But the peril isn't just about privacy. It's about the technology's limitations. Think about AI hallucinations.
This is a strange phenomenon where the model can literally invent false information, confidently creating a fake lead that could send detectives after a completely innocent person. It's a powerful tool, but one that requires constant human oversight.
And this is the central question we're left with. We all want to be protected. We want these tools catching dangerous criminals. But at what cost? What's the line between protection and surveillance, and who gets to draw it? These are the questions law enforcement and really all of us have to answer. And soon.
We're just scratching the surface of how AI is reshaping our world. For more AI secrets, make sure you subscribe.